Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be going through the stuff that I actually use or take in my bag. I'm an intermediate lifter basically, and over the years obviously as your training progresses you do need to buy certain things, I feel. Now first of all, if you're a beginner, watch this video please though, but just don't buy anything straight away, because what it is, there's so many things on the market, there's only certain things you'll need. So I'm just going to go through what I use personally and what I found useful that you guys can probably use. Starting with my second favorite, basically the Bear Grip. None of these guys have sponsored me, by the way. I know I've got 59 subscribers, but you know, if I've been using this for a few years, I mean, have some respect. They probably don't know I exist. Bear Grips, wrist wraps, I think that's what they're called. Right, basically, simple enough anyway. You put they won't work on either, they work on separate hands basically, right? The way you set it up, you do the loop thing, watch it on YouTube if you want to know how to do it, but it simply goes on your hands like this, and it goes through the thumb and finger. Same with the other one. What this is really good for, now I think, you know what it is, right? With back training there's a limitation. Your grip, I mean for me it's mainly the case, my forearms or my grip isn't strong at all. So what this allowed me to do was lift so much more weight. Basically any rowing or any deadlifting, my grip often gives out, but because I'm locked in with this, I can get over 8 reps than I would have normally gotten, for example. So these are one of my go-to items and always will live in my bag. They've not ripped yet. Obviously they say with the felt ones they rip. I mean there's a little bit of a tear thing, but these have been going on for about, since I started training, about a good 4 or 5 years now. Yeah. Second on my list is lifting belt. Now, controversial because they say these belts don't offer any support, but I don't know if it's like a confidence thing or it's actually working, but for me, when I put this on, there's an immediate difference in terms of how my previous set was versus the current one I'm doing. So this has actually been really good. It's even like padded a little bit on the inside. Obviously, when I started lifting, I didn't have any idea about like powerlifting belts or whatever. I just saw a decent belt. This one's from ModiFit. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's a ModiFit belt. I think it's like £35. It's probably cheaper now, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a good belt. I basically use it for rowing, deadlifting, squats as well. So it does help me brace anyway. I know they say, I've seen comparisons online where people have done like the powerlifting belts and then these are rubbish apparently, but it works for me. And the whole point is of doing all this, I'm trying to show you as well, like don't upgrade your equipment or don't buy random things if you don't need to, or especially if it's based on someone else's opinion. It's a very low barrier for entry as well, like 35 quid. I think if you need a belt, just grab this if you're on a budget, or if you just don't know if it's going to work for you, just try it. And then if you feel like it feels nice, and then eventually when you get stronger and stronger, maybe invest in like a strength shop belt or one of those ones. Speaking of strength shop, AliExpress. But no, the reason is, right, Strength Shop apparently do the best knee sleeves. I literally just got these from AliExpress. Now, again, it's one of them. I don't know if it's like giving me extra confidence or like sort of security that my knees aren't going to snap. But every time I squat, I bought these and then they've been really good, right? I don't really know where I got these from, like what link it is. There's no brand name on it. They're just nice knee pads. And my knees are actually quite bulletproof. Surprisingly, I'm 28, but my knees are bulletproof. And yeah, but these are very, very cool. If you're on like a bit of a budget and you don't want to go strength shop levels, but you want something to see or test the waters or have some sort of protection, these are fantastic. Almost forgot about these. So there's this. Oh, where's the other one? And this, right. So there's 2 of them, obviously, because we have 2 hands, most of us. So this is like the alternative to Versa grips, I suppose, and also like an alternative to the wrist ones I just looked at, these Bear Grip ones. What this is supposed to be, so essentially you wear this and you wrap it under the bar, or if you're going to pull up, you wrap it over like that, and it's done straight away. And then you're not sort of worried about what to do. In my experience, it might just be these, but I didn't prefer them. I didn't like them as much as the other one. Like first of all, this actually, even though it's padded on the edges like that, and that one isn't even padded, I could feel it on my wrist a little bit when I was pulling, and also like when my sort of grip gives out, your hands tend to do this sort of thing. And then there wasn't a lot of the protection holding it back because it's not wrapped around exactly. I mean, I suppose you can, but then for me it wasn't as practical. So I'm going to actually go down and say maybe like a 5 out of 10. I've just randomly started ranking them. But just like, if I wouldn't get this. If I had a choice, I'd get the other ones, right? I don't think it's a material issue. I just think it's just like the design. Now, some people swear by Versa grips, but others don't. So I think just see what you want to do. I would get those first, the other ones, the Bear Grip ones, and then see if they work. If not, bang these out. They might work better for you. But again, very, very inexpensive. I got these from AliExpress as well. I don't really, I mean, fitness is all I love, right? It's my biggest passion, but I don't really think about like sort of spending so much money on like certain things that I don't need. So this, for example, you could buy them like VersaGrips. They're around 100 and like £200 roughly. I know they've got like a lifetime thing where they last forever, but this was what, £10, maybe less actually. And then even if it's half as good, it's done its job, I reckon. Anyway, and the main thing is, without all this equipment, we're still lifters. I mean, people lift without anything as well. That's how they've done it in the past. So it can't be a limitation that you sort of say, if only I have a better grip, otherwise I can't do this exercise. So don't do that, right? Just spend money that you have and spend money on things that you think that would be useful. Now, that could have gone wrong. These basically, right, Bear Grip again. I don't have an alliance or anything with them. I just tried their wrist things and they were so good, I bought one of these as well. So at the time I did need this. So I had an injury basically. Let me show you. I mean, there's no mark, but I had an injury here. So every time I would open my hand like this, I'd feel like a weird pain. And I think it was back in the days, obviously, when I was training a bit stupidly. I don't know. I think it was a pushing exercise that I did it with, or a shoulder press or something. But I sort of hurt it. When I open my hands, I could feel it here. And I remember I was really scared. I was thinking if I could ever lift again, or if I'd have to do legs for the rest of my life. What this did for me, I'll put them on and actually show you. Essentially, I actually have thin wrists, very small wrists, like my mum's. So what this did was sort of gave me a thicker wrist. I know, not just visually, but when you push with this and you're sort of struggling with a certain weight, this gives you that extra foundation. Since then, I've not used it since my injury thing has fixed. Like when I wore it at the time and I was pushing it, the pain was gone. I still stupidly, maybe, I don't know how God saved me there, but stupidly I still went on with the exercise. I was like, I'm not going to cut it because this feels secure enough. I wasn't pushing as much as I was at the time with that exercise, but I did decide to carry on with that exercise and I used this as a crutch. If your hands are or wrists are kind of like weak, or if you feel like you need more stability, these would be really good. And we have the multifunctional belt from Gravity Fitness. This, again, not sponsored, wish I was. Yeah, but I would still tell you guys straight how it is. This is actually good. The reason I bought this was there was a gym I used to go to and they had a belt squat, but the belt was so painful, but I loved the exercise. I used dipping belt at my gym. However, one point the gym was so busy, there was literally everyone using everything and the belt wasn't there. Pulled this out of my bag and I don't enjoy dipping with this as much as the belt they have. It's like a standard chain one, but it got me through, right? It got me through and I did the job I needed to do. So I guess if you are doing dips and pull-ups or anything like that, having this or something like this in your bag is probably essential, even if your gym provides it. You never know, you might turn up one day and again, everyone's using whatever they want to use and you're stood around beltless, but you have the rack available and you're stood there looking at it like, what do I do? In this position, obviously, then you have something back up. So this is probably, I mean, it's not super important if your gym, especially if they provide it, but it's good to have, right? These are all good to have. They're not like essential, but it's good to have. And finally, that I have in my bag is this discreet Ulanzi tripod. It's a mini tripod. Basically, can you guys see? Yeah, it's a mini tripod. Like I've got issues recording in the gym with my camera that you guys are watching me from. It's a Lumix G7 I'm using. But with this, like I can hold on. I've got a phone attachment as well. So basically, all the videos you guys see that are in the gym are mainly done on my phone. And basically, I just sort of put this on there. Very discreet. I can put it in any corner or on top of like a bench or like a box where you do box squats. You can just place it on there, very discreet, get your footage in if you want to sort of look at your form or send it to your coach or whatever, or if you're doing content. So awesome. I'd say, especially if you're vain or if you like posting stuff on social media, this is actually like a go-to combination. One of my mates gave it to me when he found out I was recording stuff, which was really, really nice of him. Probably won't be watching this, so I won't. Jack, thank you, sir. And this one is I bought from Amazon. And the bag itself, honestly, no clue. I think I got it with the perfume bag, like as a perfume bag. You know when you get a gift thing, and I needed something I could just lob, so when I get to the gym I sort of just like throw it. But that's all I use, and I think all of these, like I said, are good to have. They're all bonuses, but if you don't have any of these, or if you're struggling to buy equipment or you don't know what to get, first of all, research as much as you can. Second of all, obviously, see what your budget is like. What I've noticed with a lot of this fitness item is the industry is so big that if you only have £15 to spare for something, like let's say like you only have £15 to spare for a strap, research, and I'm sure there'll be something there in your budget. If not, AliExpress is a great place to go. They have continuous times you've seen like coupons on there, and oftentimes stuff is just less than half the prices you would get in like the usual UK standard where I buy stuff from. Now, Amazon can be great. I would look there first, but if you can't find exactly what you want in the budget you want, AliExpress is a great shout. Obviously, check the reviews, don't get scammed and all. But if you enjoyed this, consider giving this a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.